Oh, so this weekend is Father's Day. I guess leave a comment, let me know what you're doing for your father. Um, Anyone who has, I don't even know why I bring this up, but I'm bringing it up anyway. Anyone who has actually lost their father due to what's going on in the world, I'm very sorry for your loss. Pretty sure there's a lot of fathers out there who have passed away from what's going on in the world. So my thoughts go out to you and your families. I'm pretty sure that's very difficult for you, for many people. So, yeah, COVID did not treat us well at all. It did not. It was a horrific year last year. 2019 too. 2019 and 2020 were just bad. So hopefully this summer will be better. I'm pretty sure it will be. Hopefully kids start getting vaccinated. But sadly, my mom told me there's a Delta variant going around, which is even like extremely worse. And they're saying, you know what? Now I have something to talk about. They're saying that the Johnson & Johnson one might not help you, so you might have to get two. Or, I don't know, my mom's listening to the news now and seeing what's up, so. But they're saying that you might have to get both anyway, because one might not be enough. And there's that other one that's in India. I think that is the one that's in India right now that actually spread here, so. Yeah. Worst comes to worst, I gotta go back into hiding at my house again if it gets bad again. I'll just start staying home again if it gets too bad. They actually, I think my mom said Canada had to shut back down again, or somewhere had to shut back down again, because it was getting bad. So, who knows, there might be another fucking year of this bullshit. Depends how bad the variant is. But for right now, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna just take the advantage of the nice weather and just do whatever I can before I have to go back into basically, hibernation again for this, thing. But I tell you, it's one thing after another. So. Crazy. It's crazy, I tell you. So, I don't know. Actually, and the scary thing is it's out of our control. Because it's just getting people, and there's no, there's symptoms, but by the time you're, if you're not vaccinated, by the time, you're just dead. So, I don't know. Well, so, and I just actually started not wearing my mask, really, and my mom's like, you've been so used to it, just, continue wearing it, continue the hand sanitizing thing and everything, so, which I just did before I ate lunch. I had nuggets, so, yep. I tell you, it's a crazy world right now. I can't believe I had a creeper encounter again. It's been a while, but, I tell you, I've had so many past experiences with creepers. It gives me such anxiety. Like, I just, I'm ready to, bop them in the booty if they come close to me, put them up. It's just, I hate creepers. And the way they look at you, they look at you like, hey there, sexy, it's like, oh, gross, you just want to smack them in the face, or, I tell you, one of these days I'm going to end up, someone just because they're creeping me out, you know. I tell you, I cannot handle creepers. I cannot, you know. I tell you, my anxiety is like up the roof or something. I don't know how the saying goes. You know, I had it up to here with the creepers, you know. And, you know, but I actually shouldn't be as freaked out because I now have an alarm actually. So, which I wear around my waist. So if any creepers grabs me, you're gonna get the alarm, you know. I just yank the thing and then it goes off like a fire alarm. That's how loud it is. And it's pretty loud. So, probably the whole town could hear it probably, so. Yeah. And in that moment, someone could call 911, so. Yeah. And I got my BZ, which is actually a good weapon, you know. My BZ has like metal on it and stuff. One whack to the face or whatever, you're bleeding, you know. You're bleeding. You got a broken nose or poked out eye, you know. It's you know, it's got some corners. So, yeah. And I think I'm most likely gonna carry it with me on my way home too, just for today. You know, it was weird because like it's early in the day and I end up seeing that guy. It's like, ugh. He looked like a creeper too. The way he like slicked back, greasy hair. It was awful. Ugh. I didn't like it. It creeped me out. So. Yeah. I tell you, sometimes creepers never give me a break. It's one after another. It's crazy because when your anxiety is so bad from that, you know, from past experiences, like you're not even afraid to, you know, someone because you're so terrified. You're like your adrenaline is just like out of whack almost because you're so paranoid. So I just have a gut feeling that something bad's gonna happen because, you know. But hey, that's what happens when you have such bad experience with past creepers, you know. So, like, I know it's not right to do that sort of thing because it's not human. But you know, in self-defense, if you have to, you know, kill someone, then, well, not kill, but I don't know, hurt, I guess. I guess the better word would be hurt. Like, if you have to hurt someone in your defense, then you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? You can't just, you know, even though you can possibly go to jail for it, but goddamn. You know, in defense, if you have to do it, you have to do it. You know, it's natural instincts to fight for yourself. It's like, you know, animals. Like, if they don't like you getting too close, you know, they're gonna hiss or growl or bite, you know. So, yeah. There was and I'm actually gonna talk about it now because it was a bad night for me. I guess I don't know, I was just in a funk, I guess. But, I guess I don't really, from past experience with creepers, I don't really sleep that well. I always think someone's stalking me or, you know, looking for me or whatever. I have this weird thing now, which is sadly permanent because I can't get it out of my head. It's like a PTSD thing. But because of that, I ended up actually sleeping with a knife beside my bed. Like, I put it against my dresser because I felt so freaked out from all the creepers. And then the morning when my mom came in, she's like, why is there a kitchen knife next to your bed? And I'm like, I'm sorry, Mom, but I'm freaked out from these creepers. You know, I can't sleep, you know. I don't know. And she's like, yeah, she was like, put that away. You know, you stop being, you know, but I don't know. Hey, you know what? It's better than a G, you know. A knife is better than a G, but I think both are just... Honestly, I'm not usually a violent person or like have violent thoughts, but when it comes to creepers, oh my god. You know, you just want to, you know, you just want to whip out something and be like, be gone, you, be gone, creepers, you know. That's probably one reason why that guy that I was talking to yesterday didn't really sit by me, because I think he actually knew that I was feeling a little bit nervous and uncomfortable, so I think that's why he said, I think I'm going to take my chili to go. And I feel comfortable with that. You know, I was actually a little relieved, you know, that he didn't stay. I like getting to know new people, but you can't really be 100% sure, you know. Yeah, he's polite and everything, but you never know, you know what I mean? You always have to be careful, and I think he was pretty careful with me, and he respected me. You know, he just said, you know, it was nice meeting you, and, you know, he took an album and he just left, so, and I was happy, so. I know I shouldn't assume that everyone is a creeper, but, you know, you never really know, you know. Hell, even women can be creepers, you know. Just think, remember Selena, you know, that singer? Well, she had a fan who was actually her agency or something. I think it was someone like that, and she ended up getting obsessed with her, and she shot her. She killed her. So anyone can be a creeper. So that's why I try to be careful. So yeah, I don't know. I hate the fact that my glasses aren't staying up. There, they keep sliding. Maybe the pads are greasy, I don't know. Maybe from sweat. There we go. Okay. So, but anyway, I'm going to change the subject. Enough with the creeper talk, or I might not be able to sleep tonight. Only positive vibes. So, what else? So I will be back into music maybe sometime next week if there's a rainy day. Eventually I'm gonna have to stay home and do music because I can't walk a whole 2 weeks because I'm gonna be, you know, I have a bad left hip, so I don't want to overdo it and then I'm miserable for a whole week. So eventually I'm gonna have to take a break from walking. So, but I think doing it a few days with, you know, this weekend a little bit, you know, this weekend, and I have to do it 3 more times I think next week. But after that, I think I'm officially gonna have a break, so, and then I'll go back into town on Friday next week, so, and I think since it's not really as busy during the week, I think I'm gonna just do Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from now on, but I decided to do it earlier, you know, this week because it was my first, you know, day doing my event, because I wanted to do it for almost a year now because it was because of what's going on in the world. I haven't been able to do it, so when I was able to do it again, I tell you, I love music. I was able to do it, and as soon as I had the moment to do it again, I took the advantage. So And I did, like I said before, I'm not going to do it on rainy days. And yesterday was windy, and I did say I wasn't going to do it on windy days either. But I'm talking like storm wind, not like a little breeze. A little breeze is fine, but I'm talking like constant wind. Then I wouldn't do it because everything would blow off the table. So, but a little breeze, that's nothing. So, yeah. And it's not extremely hot either, which is nice. That's why I decided to wear shorts. Last times I went, I wore long pants and it was awful. I was sweating, I was hot. So, yeah. Yep. What else? I don't know. You know what's weird? How with these sunglasses, I think my bag is purple. It looks purple with these glasses on, but it's black. It's just, I'm not good with color. I'm not colorblind or anything. It's just, I think it's because, like my mom said, you don't know color. You don't know the color wheel. And I told her maybe she's right, because like when I wear like teal or something like that, I always think it's like a light blue or a type of blue. It's because I don't know teal. So I don't know. Like now, simple colors like red, blue, green, purple, orange, pink, white. Yeah, well, white's not a color, but still, I can tell what it is. But if it's like a type of purple or like a type of red, like if it's a two colors in one or something like that, then I can't tell what it is. So it's kind of like that. Oh God, what was it? It was like something you had to guess if it was a dress or no, if it was a certain color. It was a dress that had a different color, and I think they said, I don't know what the hell it said, but I think it was a dress and it was two different colors, and people had to figure out what color it was or something like that. I don't even know, but that's how I am. So